let's see the quick demo of single host file in .NET Aspire. So here I have that application solution, but here I can see here only that AppHost file without any project, and everything is working like all that project, like whatever that project solution on SDK, we are directly importing a single file, and simply I can run this application using that Aspire command .run, and it's looking for that file, whatever that host file, and it is running. And just simply run this application, see in action, and here our application, all this front and back end is running. And simply I can run this in a web application, and once you open the web application, other feature all expected, like as like web API. This is my web API which is calling our front end, and it is getting the data. So that we have to implement like how we can use the single host file in .NET Aspire. That is the new features. So let's moving to start implementation. Before I start to implementation, especially recommend, if you first time visit my channel, go to my channel which is .NET real world example, and in here, so here I'm just especially recommend one session which is, if you scroll, yeah, this one. So here also I just introduce one of that new feature which is available .NET 10, which not required actually the project file. Simply we can run our application as a single file. So that is related to that, but that is available now in Aspire also, so that we will implement over here. So first of all, what I need to do, and first actually we have to check whatever SDK we have. So let me check. So now I have already .NET 10, so which is actually required over here, because this feature available only .NET 10. So if you don't have the .NET 10, so definitely we have to require the .NET 10. So now this is that one command, actually bin-get install command and Microsoft .NET SDK preview. So this preview, actually they will install that preview version, because as of now .NET 10 is a preview. So you can install directly as a command, or you can just refer .NET SDK site where actually you are available to download and install that. So up to you. And yeah, I already have, so there is a no updation version. But yeah, once you install, make sure you have to check that SDK which is available .NET 10. Yeah, once you're done, now second thing, actually we have to install Aspire CLI tool, because that Aspire CLI tool will help to create single host file in Aspire, right? So for that, actually there's a two way. Either you can use a PowerShell command, right? So I have already, yeah, this is the PowerShell command. So you can just use this PowerShell command, so that this will be install Aspire CLI, and whatever that latest version, it will just install. So like this way, see, it's trying to get, and they will try to install. So this is the one way using the PowerShell command. And second way, also you can just use bash command. So you have, if you have any bash command, so you can use, like I have that Ubuntu system, so where I have that bash command, and also I can just simply use that. Okay, so like this way, actually you can just install. And yeah, and I have already, actually see, successfully installed on this section. And that also I can check Aspire version. Now I have 9.5, because that 9.5 actually that latest one of that Aspire. And one more thing, actually that new template, if you want to install the new template using .NET workload command, so there is a available also. So this is that another command, .NET new install Aspire project template. This will be install your latest .NET template as well in Aspire. So these three things actually which important, right? And once you done these three things, actually we can start create our single file. So before we start single file, actually we have to create our application, right? So this is our application. No, if you want to create application in Visual Studio, so also you can just create a Visual. So simply I'll just create a normal template like Aspire startup template, right? And after that we will remove that host project, and then we will add that, so that actually you can use your existing project as well, right? So let me next create this project, and this can be something Aspire app single host, right? Simply create, and here I just remove that HTTPS, and yes, see, here you will get that Aspire version. So I'll just use 9.5 and create that. Also make sure use the .NET 10, see, I'm using .NET 10. So yeah, this application got created as of now. See, if you take that template, so you will get that host file as a project file, right? So that we have to remove and we have to add that. Okay, so as of now, if you run this application, definitely it will run, there's no issue. But what I'll do, I can simply remove this project over here. So how we can remove? Simply remove this here, that's it. Okay, so once you remove, now see there's a no host file, so definitely it won't run, right? So for that, let me go to Open Explorer and go to this solution project. Now see there's a no, okay, see there's a available host project over here, but that also I want to delete over here, so let me delete that. Okay, so there is a no folder, no project available over here. So in this project root directory, what you can do, simply open any terminal. I'm using this terminal over here, right? And in here, see, this is my root directory, and simply I can fire one command over here, aspire new, right? And once you aspire new, see, I'm getting this error. So what kind of this error, and what is this error? So this is error look like, aspire CLI required SDK 10 or later detected, right? So as of now we already installed, but still we are getting this error. So why this error? Because of there is a one configuration file. See, this is which is I just created over here, but in this root directory you will get one of that folder. This is .aspire folder, right? So yeah, definitely you will get this, in this root directory, right? Because once you create any application and all, actually this is aspire setting. So if you go to this, and it will open any notepad. So let me open this. So here, see, this is the file which have that AppHost path, right? And this file might be, in your case you are not able to see this one, so you can just ignore that. But yeah, basically we have to add one settings over here which we have to false it, right? So what kind of this settings? So this setting, basically we have to set minimum. So use this setting, actually minimum SDK check enable is false. Actually we have to tell, okay, don't check that, minimum SDK version, right? So that we have to false it in that aspire, right? So simply save it, close that. So once you save and close on this file, so go back over here and simply again try this command. Yeah, so once you try this command, now see you are able to see couple of options. So I'll have to use this one. So go to this, and here you can specify your project name. So I'll just specify same, and where you want to create, so I'll just use that root directory. So I can use the dot sign so that it will take the root directory. And also I have to check like what kind of version you have to take. I'll take that 9.5. so hit enter. Okay, finally, see, project got created successfully in this host folder, and we can check, like simply I can use the directory folder, and once your directory folder, you are able to see this two file got created. One is app.cs file and apphost.run.js file, right? So yeah, now our application is created our single host file. So go back to, so here my now root directory, and you are able to see this two file got created, right? Which is fine. And now if you open Visual Studio, so definitely this two file will not available because it is not inside any solution. So that's why we have to open an VS Code. So simply I can use this code dot so that it can open my. So once you open your application in VS Code, now it's look like, see, all that project has that project file, but AppHost does not have anything, right? And if you open it, see, nothing have, only just one reference of SDK. Actually what kind of SDK, so that are available over here, that's it. So how we can add, in our API service and web application in this single host file, and we can run it, right? So that we have to do that. So yeah, let me simply use this hash, and if you refer project or if you refer that SDK, so you can directly use that, right? So what I'll do, I want to use the project, right? So simply I can use that project, and then you have to specify your project name. So what is my project name? My project name is this, right? Because this is app as per app hosting, and inside that you can see project name is app API service, right? So simply I can use that API service. That's it. So once you add a reference your project, simply you can specify the builder dot add projects, right? And in this add project you can specify over here projects dot, this is that name here. See, as you refer that project, so you are getting this as a reference, and you can specify your container name, or you just refer your service name, right? So API service, that's it, right? So see, this is the simple way. I think you can just add over here as a project name, right? And then you can use it. So like this way. And now another project I have to add for that web application, right? As like we have add that API service, simply we can distribute application for web application. So for that again we can use copy this, and here I can use simply web. That's it. Okay, because the name also is this, right? And once you're done, now second thing again, let me store it is a API. This is the API service, and similar I can use builder dot add project, right? And yeah, this is for web. Okay, now I got automatically this reference. Yeah, that's fine, but yeah, see, not add reference, actually that is not right. We have to use that with reference. Okay, so with the reference, here the with reference, and one more thing actually we have to use with wait, or wait for, actually wait for. Yeah, cool. Now see, now our API actually dependent over that web application, so that's why we have to add this. And yeah, a couple of things actually we can add over here, like for example that external APIs, external endpoints, and also healthcare systems, right? So those are things actually we have to add it. Yeah, once you're done, I think we are pretty much good this application to run, right? So for run, let me see, and now it's running. How actually look like is our expected result over there. So I can use that aspire run simply, and once you expire run, you will able to see it is trying to find that that app host file. So let me see it is available or not. So simply I can click on that, and yeah, now see our two services running over here. One is that API service and one is the web service, right? And if I run this, yeah, now I'm getting that result. Even once I click that weather forecast, I'm getting that weather forecast using that web API call only. Now see all that API call over here, and it is binding properly. So that looks good. Like if I using that single host file, which is working perfectly. And one more thing actually would like to show you, like if I add any package and all for this single host file, how we can add it. So simply I can just close that terminal and clear that. And once you clear, now see I want to add that cache mechanism, right? So for that cache, so reddish cache I want to add it. So for that we can simply use add, or just aspire add, and just redis cache, actually whatever the redis cache you want to use. So simply you can ask, okay, this is that package name, so you can just use that package name, simply hit enter. So once you enter, now see it is just looking for here, and hit enter, and see once that package got meet over here, so it is automatically added over here. Like over here, see the package got added redis caches. And also we can add that redis cache mechanism over here, then we can refer it over here, right? So similar, I can just create a container for redis cache. So use that redis cache over here, and that redis cache I will refer in my web application. So for example, I can simply use that redis cache over here. That's it, right? So now this redis cache also we are added, right? And we can run again our application. Yeah, as per run cool, now it's running. Click on that. Now see, redis cache also trying to start. If your docker container is running, so it will be start and it is referred to over here. So simply I can run weather forecast. Yeah, now if I just click again, if you go back, if you click again, and see, sometimes is reflecting, sometimes is not, that because of it is taking up the redis cache. So that we can check it over here also. If you go to trace, and here see, all that call it is happening, but one of the call happening only just API, because they are keep it in redis caches, so they are getting the data from redis cache only. So yeah, I think this is pretty much good for this session for single host, but yeah, in upcoming session we'll use another features which is newly available in .NET Aspire. And yeah, so thank you so much and have a nice day. Don't forget to like, sub, comment, share.